why your marketing strategy is stuck and how to get it unstuck with sticky note marketing planning. Yeah, I know that seems counterintuitive at first, but hear me out, because you absolutely can get your marketing strategy and your plans unstuck and out of your head, out of your notes, your folders, and all into action with the help of some simple office supplies, a little inspiration, and maybe a little more time. But first, I want us all to admit that you're feeling stuck. We've all been stuck. And most importantly, I need you to commit to action, because action is what breaks the glue that's holding you stuck in place. I think I know why you're maybe stuck, because I've been there too, and I've heard all the reasons from lots of people. I can hear you thinking right now. I can hear the buts and the what ifs and everything crowding in. But I can't plan it all out. I don't even know what might work. I don't even know what really worked before. I don't know which of the tactics or the tricks brought the people in the door. I'm not quite sure what my people really want to hear from us right now. Or maybe you thought that at one time. We all have. And we know that the what ifs can really run rampant some nights. I've heard too many folks say that they can't get their planning done because they don't have senior leadership buy-in from their boss, the director, the board, or they don't have any funding, or they can't update their website, or they don't have control of their website, or they can't change the design or look of the website because it has to align with the overall branding and look and fonts of the university or the city government or the county, or they can't do any planning because they can't update their site because, well, like I said, or they don't know how a marketing funnel could possibly apply to a library or a nonprofit. They can't create marketing materials because they don't have a professional graphic designer or somebody trained in design. Or they can't create new materials or new collateral because their design person is busy working on something else, or they're working on tweaking the branding, or it's just not all ready yet. Or stop. Take a deep breath. And now let's clear off the decks. Clear everything off your desk right now, all those what ifs, all the buts, all the worries. Because honestly, you're stalling. Yeah, I know, some of those reasons are completely legit. And no, I really don't want you to get fired for going over your directors or your board's heads. But come on, talking seriously for a minute, I've been there too. And we're stalling because we're scared. We're scared of getting our message and our materials out there and having it be wrong. Whatever wrong is. We're scared that it won't work. We're scared we might offend someone in our community. We're scared that no one's even going to notice anything anyway. And we're really scared of wasting time and money and our precious library resources, especially if we don't have things just right. You know, I've heard all of this. In fact, I recently had a conversation with an info pro, and it was really too familiar because she'd taken some courses and she's been busy reading books and blogs, and she's learning how to build better websites and to do email marketing. She's reading up on what's working in social media marketing right now and trying to learn all the new marketing things. However, she's still frustrated. More people weren't signing up. They weren't attending events. She hadn't gotten more local press. She's pulling her hair out and she's frustrated because she doesn't know what's going wrong or what she should do next. She thought she'd been doing everything right. So she asks me, "You're the marketing expert. What steps do I take? What do I end up missing? What do I need to do right now?" What's the secret trick that she didn't know about? Well, here's the secret. Something unexpected, maybe. I'm not 100% sure what she should do next either. I'm not 100% sure what I should do in my own marketing. Okay, honestly, I'm probably 80% sure because I'm the marketing person. But the truth is, there is no secret. Nope. There's no missing pieces that the gurus are hiding from my library and my info pro and my nonprofit friends. there is also no magic marketing bullet. Sorry, it's just a pretty common marketing myth. That myth that there are gurus and experts who have everything figured out and will tell you, or they'll sell you, the one right way to do it, the magic marketing bullet, because they know exactly what to do next. No, there's no magic bullet. The real honest fact is that something that works really well 1 month to draw people in, get them in the door and get things flying, maybe literally off the shelves, might seem to tank the next month. And we're often not sure exactly why, because there's so many variables at work in marketing. But we can and absolutely should be measuring and tracking everything that we do so that we can see those hits and misses, and maybe we're a little more aware of when to make a change, because data certainly helps eliminate more of those I don't know factors. But sometimes experience and our guts as a tactic or a library program or event should be a hit, and instead it totally flops. Or that thing that we're kind of sure might be a flop turns into a giant mega hit. And then we're left scratching our heads and we're wondering, why? What's next? So here's the secret. Let's go back to the beginning and let's start with strategy. Yeah, I know that can be a big, intimidating word, strategy. Well, the important thing here is that we just start. We have to do it. We have to do something. And we have to do a little bit of planning, and then we have to get our message out there often, repetitively, in different ways, different places, and at different times. And then we have to do it again. And then we have to try again, and we have to keep trying, because that's part of what research is, that's marketing. And you've probably heard of split testing or A/B testing, right? If not, now's a great time. Check the link and go see my library marketing terms glossary. Read up on some definitions and see examples, including A/B testing. Split testing is really about making your guesses more educated when you're doing and trying and doing again. So still, what's to do next? Well, the doing is actually part of the strategy. The research is part of the planning. And I know sometimes it's a little hard to figure out what do you actually do then each day for the marketing. And that's where planning and strategy really come in, because if you've got a good grasp of your big picture of where you're headed, your goals, then it's much easier to get the fine-tuning of those details and the hows, smaller picture, into focus. And you keep it that way because you test and you check and you've got your research and you've got your metrics, and that's what helps you fine-tune that focus. So look, I've been doing a lot more writing, blog posts, videos, talking about strategy, planning, because I want to help my library, my info pro and nonprofit friends to avoid some of those common pitfalls and challenges and mistakes that I see out there. I want to help you make the most of the resources that you and your library have so you can create strategic, stellar, story-based marketing so that you can stay unstuck. So keep looking out for more coming from me and IntelliCraft Research. But we also have to accept this. It's never going to be just right. Life's always going to get in the way, and it's likely to throw us a curve. And that's just as true in the library as it is in the rest of life. You still got to step up, you take your swing, and you make it happen. You're doing something. So there isn't going to be any more of those can't and don't and I don't know excuses that I talked about earlier, because we're going to be like Nike and we're going to just do it. Because taking swift, immediate, imperfect action is better, so much better than doing nothing at all. If there's one thing I want you to take away, it's that. And most of those potential pitfalls and challenges that I mentioned earlier that we might all run into, honestly, they can be fixed later, especially after we get some data, some more real-life market research, and we have the results that are showing that our planning and our library marketing is working. Maybe even that gets some more library marketing money. But honestly, nothing happens, and people still aren't coming in the doors, and the kids aren't rushing to attend your latest, greatest event, no matter how many Pokemon are around, if you don't just get going. notes if you do a little simple planning. A lot simpler than this, and mostly we just get doing, we get acting. What's the worst thing that could happen, really? So we learned something. We learned what does or doesn't work, might not work, maybe will work, because you tried something and you learned from it, and you're going to try again. But most importantly, you got your vital library message out there, and you're learning from that. So those are maybe the reasons why planning is stuck for you right now. And most importantly, we're going to get it unstuck with some simple, easy to execute tools that might even be fun to do. We're going to go raid the office supplies, and we're going to do some sticky note marketing planning. Yep, sticky notes for getting unstuck. So I'm going to go through some posts and give you some more videos, give you tips and steps on what a really simple sticky note based marketing planning session might look like. I'm even going to give you pictures and examples of some of the planning that I used in my remaking my own business, and things that will work with different organizations, small, large, big libraries, small nonprofits. You can do this because it's simple and it gets you going. Use the momentum, turn it into action, and you'll stay unstuck. If you're still feeling stuck, give me a call, shoot me an email, find me on Twitter, and let's work out some sessions to do one-on-one sticky note planning for you, or training sessions for your library, live and in person, or via the web and webinars. The most important thing is, right now, go round up a rainbow set of sticky notes, grab all your calendars, and let's get ready to get unstuck.